Good evening, everyone. National Sales Director Linda Toupin. 5 minutes with Linda Toupin, the Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. Well, to surprise you this evening, I have in front of me 1983. Can't see that, it's backwards. But my 1983 date book for the first week in April. I was only a consultant for 1 April because I joined on April 22nd of 1982. And so I was just going to go through my training in May. So the only April that I was actually a consultant only was 1983. So I thought I would tell you the way I thought, because that's the way I want you to think. All right. First of all, I had made a decision in January when one of my recruits had gotten a recruit that I needed to be a director, because I went to Lucinda and I said, how do I get commission on her recruits? And she said, you don't. And I said, what do you mean I don't? And she said, well, you're not a director. And I said, well, what's a director? She said, well, I'm a director. I said, well, how do I be one of those? And she explained the rules of becoming a director. And that was in January. And so I made up my mind that I was going to be a DIQ that summer, so that when I was off teaching school, I wasn't teaching school, then I could be a DIQ, and then I would debut that fall, which I did. I debuted as a director in October. So everything I was doing in the spring and early summer was setting me up to be a director. And so I think that's very apropos for each of you on this call here tonight, that the first week in April, you're really working to set up your DIQ to go to seminar as a DIQ. And so it is called massive action. And if you don't get anything else from these 5 minutes, I will need for you to understand, you will not get ahead in this business by doing things in a slow, steady fashion. Now, there are times in your business where steadiness is very, very, very important. But anytime you're trying to move a career path, just think about somebody becoming a doctor or a lawyer. There's nothing steady about that. You've got to have massive action and massive energy. And so I had that. So in April of 1983, I attended 2 sales meetings with guests. I went to a unit fashion show with guests. I did a glamour training at my house for my own customers. I held 11 skincare classes. I held 1 facial, and I did prom makeup. Now, that was important. That's called massive action. I was doing Mary Kay every single night. And when you look at my date book, on the nights that I wasn't doing parties, I was making deliveries. I was taking product to people on the way to school or on the way back from school. And so that's the first thing that you need to hear me say. Anytime in the spring thereafter, I actually found my 1984 date book. Now I was already a director, but in March, when I was not teaching, because I was still teaching and being a Mary Kay director, the end of March was a 10-party week. So when you're on spring break, that's what you do. You do a 10-party week because everybody's on spring break. And so that was my mission. You've got to have a goal. It's got to have a deadline. You have to be excited, and you have to tell people about that. Now keep in mind, there's a rule that says follow the prize trail and it will take you to the money trail. Let me repeat that. Follow the prize trail and take it to the money trail. This past week, we found out about Dreaming in Red, which is a red jacket contest. Then Linda Toupin, the consultant, would just be focused on that. I need 3 new recruits. That means I need to do 15 interviews to get 3 new recruits. Where am I going to find those 15 interviews? They're going to either already be in my customer base, or they're related to my customers, or they're friends of my customers. And I'm always going to work through people who already know me or the people that I'm meeting at my parties. So it's called massive action. Now, keep in mind that people will only book with you for one of 4 reasons. For free product, for fun, for food, or for glamour. All right? That's why they will book with you. And they will book with you because you're excited and you're going somewhere and your words tell you. And then the last thing I want to say to you, I did a glamour event on my own without my director's help. I, as a consultant, was already putting special things together for my customers. And so, guys, it is so important that you don't wait on your director. It's April. Go find a cool place in your town, a really cool restaurant, and take your best customers or your hostesses or anybody who buys the miracle set or a time-wise repair or has a party for you in the month of April. Take them somewhere fun in May. Take them to a tea room. Let them wear a hat and gloves. or take them to a special restaurant and just get appetizers or dessert. Don't wait on other people. Just go ahead. That's the cool part about being an entrepreneur, is you're in charge. And the more fun you have, the more energy that you have, and the bigger the why, the more people want to do business with you. And that was 5 minutes and 13 seconds. So if I was in charge of your business this week, I would have something fun going on with my customers, and I would be a booking fool. All right. Have a great week, everybody.